Hello everyone, welcome back to chapter number 5 of our Google ADK series. So far in this series, in chapter 1, we understand the complete agenda and roadmap of this series. Then in chapter 2, we explore what Google ADK is and along with background concepts and real world context. Then in chapter 3, we set up the Google ADK locally using Python, and in chapter number 4, we repeated the same setup using TypeScript, especially for the developers coming from JavaScript background. In both chapters 3 and 4, we build a simple example where we created a custom tool, we call it as a function, register those tools with agent and ask questions through prompt, and saw how the agent use those tools and generate the response. For example, when we ask the current time for the specific city, the agent identified the correct tool and returns the response accordingly. Now here is the very important question. How does the agent actually think? How does this agent decide when to call these tools and what really happens behind the scenes? So that's exactly what we are going to explore in chapter number 5. So this chapter is all about going deeper. We are not just building examples, we are understanding the agentic flow and internal working of Google ADK. So in this chapter we'll cover how an agent thinks conceptually, how tools are exposed to the model, how the model understands available tools, and what happens internally when user asks some questions. Then step by step break down the execution flow and how tools calling actual works behind the scenes. And we analyze the same example from the previous chapter, like fetching the current time of a city, but this time we break down phase wise. So user sends a prompt, model decide whether the tool is required, tool gets executed, result is returned to the model, and final response is generated. So by the end of this chapter, you will have a clear mental model of how agent-based system works inside Google ADK. And this is extremely important because in this chapter, we are moving towards our bigger goal, building advanced cross automation system using agents. So without understanding how agent thinks and execute the tool internally, that journey won't make complete sense. So this chapter is not just a theoretical, it's a foundational. So without wasting any time, let's dive into understanding the agent thinking and tool in Google ADK. So now let's understand something very important. What does agent thinking actually means? So the first we need to clarify one common misconception, that is the agent itself does not think. So the actual reasoning happens inside the model, specifically inside the Gemini model hosted by Google. So what does that mean? So in very simple term, a model is nothing but a brain, and then agent is equal to is just a coordinator or orchestrator, and then tool is equal to executors, workers that performs action. Or now let's break down this properly. So when a user sends a question, the reasoning or the understanding, the intent, deciding what to do, choosing whether a tool is needed, all of that intelligence come from the Gemini model. The Google ADK or Agent Development Kit does not perform reasoning by itself. Instead, Google acts as a wrapper around that model, an orchestrator or a tool executor, which means a communication bridge between model and the external world. So when we say agent thinking, we are actually referring the model's reasoning process, not the agent itself. So the agent does not independently understand the content or generate the intelligence. So what it does is receiving the user request, passing it to the model, receive the model decision, and execute the tool if required, and sends the tool result back to the model, and then returns the final response to the user. So the agent is more like a smart coordinator, not a brain. It coordinates between the user, the model, and the tool. All the intelligence lives inside the model. All executions and coordinations happen through the agent. And this is the correct meaning of agent thinking in the context of Google ADK. And understanding this is very important before we go deeper into the internal architecture and execute the flow. Now that we are clear about the concept, let's move one step deeper to understand how the model becomes aware of tool and how it decides when to use them. So now that we understand what agent thinking really means, so let's go one step deeper and look at the internal architecture, what actually happens behind the scenes. So let's break down this step by step. So step number one, everything starts from a user sends prompt. For example, we ask or user asks question like what is the current time in Pune. Then this request first goes to the agent which is built in the Google ADK. Remember, the agent is not the brain, it's just an orchestrator. Then the agent receives the user question and forward it to the Gemini model. At this stage, the model performs reasoning. It understands the intent, it checks whether a tool is required, it decides between responding directly or calling a tool. Two possibility happens at the phase of decision. First possibility, no tool required. If the question is simple like what is 2 plus 2, the model generates the direct answer and sends back the response. And in second case is that if the question requires external data like what is the current time in Pune, the model recognizes I need the tool time and it calls a tool instead of final answer. The now agent comes into the action. The agent receives the tool call instructions from the model. Then it identifies the correct tool, executes the corresponding local functions. And so if you're following this series, in the previous chapter, we created a function to fetch the current time of a city. So in this case, the tool is called, the local function executes, the function returns the result, for example 10:30 a.m. Then the tool result is then sent back to the Gemini model, and now the model uses the results to generate natural language final response such as the current time in Pune is 10:30 a.m. And finally, the agent sends generated response back to the user and the complete one flow agentic execution cycle completes. So behind the scenes, this entire flow happens in milliseconds, and this visual understanding is extremely important because it clarifies where reasoning happens, it clarifies where execution happens, and it clarifies the agent role. So without understanding this knowledge, building advanced agentic workflow becomes confusing. We clearly understand the architectural flow visually, so let's go even deeper and break it down phase by phase. So this will give you a crystal clear understanding of what happens internally when a user asks question, for example, what is the time in Mumbai? So in phase number one, that is user input phase. So everything starts with the user query. When user asks questions like what is time in Mumbai, then the request goes to the agent build using Google ADK or Google Agent Development Kit. Now here something very important happens. Then the agent does not just forward the raw question, it sends the request to the Gemini model along with the user question, tool definition, system instruction, and the context. So the model receives what the user asks, what tools are available, and how those tools can be used. This is very important because the model cannot call a tool unless it knows that tool exists or not. Then in phase 2, model reasoning started. So now the reasoning started inside the Gemini model. So the model analyzes, does this question requires real time or external information? Is there a matching tool available? Can I answer directly or should I call a tool? In our example, what is the time in Mumbai? The tool understands this requires real-time information. A time fetching tool is available. So instead of generating a direct answer, the model returns a structured tool call. It looks conceptually like this. The tool name, get current time, argument that we pass that is city name, and tool execution stack. The important is that at this stage, the model does not generate the final answer. It only requests the tool to be executed in phase number 2. Now in phase 3, the ADK becomes active again. The agent receives the tool call from the model, then identifies the current function, executes the local function we created in the previous chapter, for example, the get current time, and accept the parameter that is city. The function runs locally and fetch the actual time. This is the execution layer not the reasoning layer. Once the function executes, it returns the structured output as status code, city name, and time. Then the agents now sends this tool result back to the Gemini model. Again, the agent is acting as a mediator. And now the Gemini model takes the tool result and converts it into the natural language response, like the current time in the Mumbai is 10:30 a.m. This final response then sent back to the user through the agent, and the cycle completes. So now that we clearly understand the complete flow both visually and phase wise, let's move to the practical implementation. Let's quickly jump to the VS Code where we have already created our function using TypeScript in previous chapter. I'll briefly walk you through the tool execution, how we use that and how it works. So we won't go deep into the code again because we have already covered it. So this will just a quick refresher so you can connect the theory we just discussed with the actual implementation, and after that we'll move to the localhost UI and test the agent in real time. So now if you see we have created or set up this ADK using TypeScript in local system, and where this is the folder structure, that agent.ts file is the entry point or the root agent. We have created the mock tool implementation or the functions, that is get current time, and then we have defined this root agent. So now we have already understand the flow, the visual implementation, and the what happens internally step by step. So let's quickly understand. So once we hit or once the agent is live, so you can see that this root agent we have defined with this the name, then the model that we are going to use in this agent, that is Gemini 2.5 Flash, and then description so tells the current time in specified city, and the instruction that we pass to the agent, that is you are a help assistant that tells the current time in city, and the tool that we created, that is get current time, and the tool definition or the tool execution we set like this, the tools and the get current time. So now let's understand this. So what this get current time works. So here we have created this mock implementation where we simply created one function which will receive some argument, and according to that argument it returns the status with some output. So here you can see that so name of the function, then description and the parameters that we receive, and you can see that it will execute this. So the name that we specify or the city name that we pass to the query, like the Mumbai or any other city name, it just get the argument and it just return the status like this, the status that is success and the current time in the specified city, that is 10:30 a.m., and accordingly it works. And I have already covered that how to create this function, how to do this setup using TypeScript and Python in my previous chapter. So if you have not gone through the previous chapter, I highly recommend you to go and do the local setup of Google ADK in your system. So let's quickly jump to the local host or Google ADK web UI, and here let's ask questions. So this is the web UI. You can see that I have already covered that in previous chapters. So this is the session ID. So we'll simply ask what is the time in Mumbai, and we'll click on enter. You can see that it executes. So you can imagine that we have already seen the phase-wise execution. So user asks or sends an input, then ADK work starts over here. Then ADK takes that request with the execution flow and then sends to the Gemini model. You can see that once we click, you can see that this is the hello time agent, and it sends the entire flow or call stack to the model, and then model understands the flow and it decides whether whether directly sends a final result or there is a tool to execute. So according to that it returns, it decided the tool execution, then it goes to the, you can see that the hello agent will go back to the current time or the function that we created, and it returns, you can see that the get current time, and it gets the response like this. In this way, agent development kit or the entire flow works at the background. So in this way, my goal for the chapter 5 was very clear. I wanted you to fully understand what actually happens between the moment a user types a prompt and presses enter and the moment the response appears on the screen. What happens in between, where does the reasoning occurs, when does tool get called, and how does the agent coordinates everything behind the scenes. So if you now have a clarity on the internal flow, then this chapter has achieved its purpose. Because once you understand the internal architecture and the phase-wise execution, building advanced agent workflow become much easier and much more logical. So if you found this video very helpful, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe to support the channel. And your supports really motivate me to create more deep dive technical content like this. And if you have any questions or doubts, feel free to drop them in the comment section. I'll be happy to help you. And as I always say, keep learning, happy coding, and I'll see you in the next chapter where we will move closer to our main goal and starts building more advanced automation workflow. Stay tuned and have a great day.